We have a brand new member who is doing her icebreaker. Her name is Shannon
Schaible.
Schaible.
Rhymes with table.
Shannon Schaible. And she's a graduate of UNC with a double major in political science and international studies. Shannon Schaible is now the campaign manager for Leslie Cohen, candidate for North Carolina House District 20. Shannon is passionate about the work that she does, and strives to make her community and state a better place. Welcome, Shannon.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, has anyone ever listened to Oprah's Super Soul podcast? Can I get a raise of hands? Great. So you guys know what I'm talking about. It is one of my favorite podcasts, and I often get a nice pick-me-up, a great life lesson when I listen to it. And the other day I was listening, and they had a guest on there saying, what is the difference between your job and your work? And your job is what you do to make money, your career, but your work is something that you're passionate about, that you want to do, that makes your life better, and that makes you feel good. And I find that my job and my work are the same thing. So I feel lucky in that way. I'm really passionate about what I do. I think it stemmed from my childhood. When I was younger, my mom used to take me to see political speakers, and I remember phone banking when I was 10 or 12 years old, and I think I was hooked. I loved it. In 2016, I worked on a campaign, and I was around 18 years old. I think other people my age on the campaign did not find knocking on doors or talking to strangers very fun, but I was a little bit different. I love to do it. I so enjoy talking to people and meeting new people and hearing their issues and concerns. It's something that is near and dear to my heart. And finding out, how politicians or the things that they're doing in Raleigh or Washington are affecting real people's lives, and that the decisions that they're making affect us every single day. And I think that a lot of times we lose sight of that. So you really get a nice dose of that when you knock on someone's door on a Sunday morning and they're coming out in their pajamas and they're like, who is this? And I'm like, oh, I'm just here to talk about, what's wrong in your life? What upset you this morning? How do you feel about our community? What are the things that we can do better, and what would you like to improve upon? And they usually warm up to that conversation. I always find that I learn something different or new, and that's what makes my job feel really good. That what I do can possibly improve our lives as a community and make things better. So that's the majority of the work that I do. Sometimes, as you guys realize, politics can get a little bit stressful, and we end up reading too many news articles that make us upset, or I don't know what that may be, but I find that I have a lot of hobbies, and I think that might be because it's a way to just de-stress. And so one of my favorite things to do, I like to play the guitar. I love music. I like to sew. And another thing that I like to do is I love to go thrifting. So I like to find new things that aren't maybe in style or in fashion, and I like to reconstruct them into new things. So I often find clothes and redo them and sew them, and that's a fun thing that I like to do. And I also have recently moved into a new part of town, so I really enjoy downtown Wilmington. And I love living in our community here. I love the beach. I graduated from UNC Wilmington, like Eliza said, so I really love this community, and going to the beach is something that I also love to do in my free time. So, thank you guys so much.